Williams has great stamina himself, which is unusual for a tall fighter like that.
Williams trudges back to his corner.
Work up. You got 4 more rounds. You got me? And you hurl tighter. You got me? You want it, don't you? This is it for you, brother. But look, this is what I want you to do. You got to close the gate. You're still backing up. Every time you send a fake, you sell it. He goes.
You got to start the hold. Okay? I'm ready to go for 8 rounds now and giving you a hard warning. No more.
I ain't see no hold. Huh? Hey, look, Paul.
When you block his punches, throw to the body. Up and top. The top and the bottom. Come on, just the way you're doing. Keep them 1, 2, 3. He's gonna fall. He's not showing too much. When he goes down, hit him.
You saw CompuBox numbers, which showed you that Margarito is gradually closing the gap in landed power punches. In the 7th round, Williams landed 28 out of 99, Margarito 23 out of 63. But more of Williams' connects were jabs, and Margarito landed enough power shots that for the first time in the fight, Harold Letterman gives Margarito a round. 8th round begins. There's a small mouse emerging under the right eye of Paul Williams. Margarito trying to rip Williams' body up with every body shot. Hard right hand by Paul Williams inside. Between rounds, Emmanuel Stewart, referee Lou Moret, warned Paul Williams to stop holding. I don't think he's been holding all that much. Long-armed fighters often get warned for this.
Don't hold. Yeah, you know, actually the crowd and the momentum, everything really favors Margarito in this particular fight for the most part. If Margarito could just maintain some power and a little speed, he could still pull this fight out. But he's got to pick up his pace a little bit. It's hard to do with a guy like Williams because Williams is just outworks you. That's the biggest thing. He's not a big puncher, but he's punching and twisted and contorting his body and punching from all angles. And even if you have a good spot, he's going to come right back again.
Roundhouse right for Margarito momentarily drives Williams back.
Margarito seems to have solved the rhythm of Williams to a degree because he's blocking a lot of his punches.
And he landed a
tremendous right hand right there on Williams.
Yep, that was a big right hand, Emmanuel. And there's another big right hand.
And Williams is fighting a lot closer now. He's fighting very, very close where he's within the range from Margarito. If Margarito could just pick up the speed of his punches, he could catch him because Williams is not using his reach and his distance that much anymore.
Williams clearly is the sharper puncher, but opponents of Margarito have said he has a thudding impact. He hurts you with every punch. And there's Margarito across the top again with the right hand. Margarito might prefer to be doing his damage with the left hook, but in this fight he's going to have to score with the right, and increasingly he does so. Williams has seen more pains to find room in the ring in the 8th round than at any other time in the fight. Good hard body shot by Margarito. That left hook to the body punctuated the round.
Look, you got to give him angles. You got to, Paul. You got to give him a jab. Look, you're standing in front of him too long. Now he's beginning to realize that he can hit you because you're standing in front. Look, this is the time when the next few rounds, Paul, listen at me. You got me? Now look, you got this thing.
Keep throwing the finger punch, the uppercut. Yeah. Try to feint him in the bottom and go on the top. Come on. Yeah, relax a little bit, okay? Yeah. Right. Work in the bottom and throw the right hand.
Our interpreter tonight in Antonio Margarito's corner is Ray Torres. Emmanuel,
Here you see Margarito get close, land right hand, left hook, and as long as he can continue to crowd, Paul, and punch with shorter punches, he can land them. But the fact is, I don't think he can sustain it long enough.
CompuBox numbers in the 8th round. Margarito 21 of 58. Williams 30 out of 104. More and more it becomes a battle between Williams' high volume, the number of punches he's throwing and landing, and the question of whether Margarito can reverse all that with impact, with power.
Maybe this is what Margarito was smiling about in the early rounds, knowing that the speed differential would close as the fight went on.
Big left uppercut by Antonio Margarito. And he lands a straight right hand as Williams let his hands go again. 4-punch combination by Paul Williams. Jab, jab, jab. Coming back, trying to stay active, trying to live up to his trainer's command. And you heard trainer George Peterson between rounds, Emmanuel, saying to Williams, he knows that you're going to stand in front of him and he's got a chance to hit you. But Williams seems to want to fight.
Williams is fighting at the distance and where he can land punches more effective now than Margarito. And Margarito really having a problem trying to get inside of the fight now. He's just shut out.
Williams is doing well fighting flat-footed.
Once again, we remind you that after this fight is completed, we will go back to Atlantic City for the interview we secured with Arturo Gatti after Gatti left the ring following his knockout loss to Alfonso Gomez. It's a retirement announcement interview, which we will bring you following the fight. Standing toe-to-toe in the center of the ring.
All these punches landed and very little sign of it on either fighter's face.
Well, I think Margarito is normally a puncher, but his punches are just so slow tonight, and he's walking and getting all off balance, so he's really not getting maximum power in his punches. And Williams, even though he has a great knockout record, I've never considered him a knockout puncher. He just gradually wears guys down because he doesn't have his gloves as tight at the end of his punches. But he's a guy that gets his knockouts back through accumulation of punches.
Incidentally, they're fighting here tonight with 8-ounce gloves. If this fight had taken place in Las Vegas, they'd be wearing 10-ounce gloves. A lot of people were thinking that perhaps one or the other fighter could get knocked out tonight because of the smaller gloves.
A big round, I thought, for Williams. It showed what this kid is made of to come back on Margarito that way after the previous few rounds.
You got to give him more angles. You look good. You got to give him more. Paul, listen to me. In 2 rounds to become the champion of the world, okay? You got to give him more angles. He cannot deal with them angles and send more feints. Every time you sell the feint, Paul, he takes it, okay? All you need to do...
You seem to be a balance. He's going to come at you now, boxing, but you got to be aggressive. Come on, hard. Throw in there.
Here you see Paul land a right hook. And in fact, that's probably, I think, been his most effective punch tonight, aside from the left uppercut. Because Margarito doesn't even see the punches coming. And Margarito's punches are just too wide. And even at close quarters, Williams is out punching him because his punches are a little shorter.
9 rounds in the books. We go to the 10th. Harold, how do you have it so far?
Okay, Jim. 7 rounds to 2. 88-83, Paul Williams. Jim, I think Antonio Margarito either needs a knockdown or a knockout to win this fight because there's only 3 rounds to go, and I got Paul Williams 5 points up. Williams, just like Larry Merchant said, in round 9, kept the fight at really the proper distance. Margarito couldn't get inside. Williams peppered him with straight right hands, with right jabs, with that straight left hand, with uppercuts. He won the 9th round handily. He takes a 7 rounds to 2 lead. Paul Williams with a 5-point lead.
I have it 6 rounds to 3. Which means that Margarito conceivably could get a draw and retain his title if he won the rest of the rounds.
Round 10 so far, more of the same. Nothing in the first minute of the 10th round to suggest to you that the kid from Aiken, South Carolina is in any danger of slowing down against Tijuana's Antonio Margarito. They clash heads in the center of the ring and just keep fighting. Margarito seems to be slowing down again after 3 rounds in which he was clearly trying to step up the pace and flurry to the body in particular to try to bring some damage to Williams.
Forget the styles, Jim. Let's just enjoy the mayhem. The style now seems to be out of the gym.
Williams, if he wins the fight, is going to have a lot to talk about. Once again, you can't help but focus on the notion of guys who turned Margarito down, big-name fighters who didn't want to fight him. He got a reputation, particularly on boxing websites, as the most avoided man in the sport. Paul Williams spent 2 years saying, I'm going to become his mandatory. I want to fight him. And tonight he's trying to make the most of that chance.
And remember, as we've noted before, Margarito already has a deal to fight Cotto if he wins.
Hard left hand inside by Williams. Right hook by Williams as well. Margarito lands 2 searing straight right hands. A little rally by Antonio Margarito down the stretch of round number 10. What a fight in Carson.
Deep breath. Wipe his face, somebody. Wipe his face. You got 2 rounds. Okay. You got 2 rounds, Paul. Okay, Paul. You stand in there.
You got to throw that right hand. You bob and weave, and don't throw the right hand, the over right hand. And when you land that right hand, come back with the left hook. He goes over the one way, hit him there.
Here you see Margarito get in close, land a good right hand, and in fact, that's been his most effective punch that he's landed. Has been those short right hands. And you notice he always is effective when he gets in very close.